Guess I need to take my mouthpiece out, huh? What's up, y'all? This is Ant. Today is core day. Just got done with a 5x5 at 210 kilo, otherwise known as 475 pounds. The reason I didn't talk through the deadlifts is because I hate doing it, and I gotta keep a nice, clear head and not pay attention to anything but the lift. So, next we have a couple of TRX exercises just to activate the core. We're gonna do some overhead plank holds and some planking knee tucks, all with the TRX. Stay tuned. All right, the 30 seconds is up. Time to get right back at it. Plank is difficult enough. Put your feet up and do some knee tucks. Completely different monster. Next, we're gonna do some overhead plank holds. Okay, y'all. So next what we're gonna do is overhead TRX planks or Superman TRX planks, however you want to call it. These are by far one of the hardest TRX exercises to do. You're gonna keep your hands above head, up on the tippy toes, leaning forward, keeping the whole body completely engaged, especially the core. The core is what's gonna be used to stabilize yourself and balance. So, we're gonna do 3 of these, hold for as long as I can, take a 30-second break, and repeat 3 times. That was pretty brutal. 10 seconds. All right, time for another one. And the time starts once your hands go above head. Keep your arms up to ear height. So, if you're an Olympic lifter, a strongman, power lifter, CrossFitter, whatever, you should incorporate these into your exercise. It's gonna help you build up core stability in your overhead presses. 5 seconds, last one. Try to make this one my best one. I haven't been timing any, but I'm gonna time this one. So, I will shoot for 45 seconds. I started with the clock at 5 seconds. So you take 5. Well, let's take away 8 seconds, all right? 1 minute 13 seconds minus 8, so you're looking at 1:05. Way better than the 45 seconds I wanted. So, that's actually a personal record for me. Let's see what you can do. Next, we're gonna do some glute ham back extensions. Work on the posterior part of the core. Alright, so lastly, we got glute ham extensions. We're gonna do 3 sets of 12. Alright? Now, I have a green resistance band. We're gonna use the handles. Go straight up until the back is nice and flat, keeping the whole posterior completely engaged. You should be able to feel it from the back of the neck all the way down to the back of the knees. got one more set of 12, then I'm out of here. Alright, so we just finished up core day. Let's have a quick recap. So, started out with deadlifts. It's always good to start out with your compound lift in order to completely engage the body, make sure that your range of motion is good and all of that great stuff. I didn't film my warm-ups because, quite frankly, my warm-ups are on a different level. All I do for deadlift warm-ups is plate jumps, and also I do sauna stretching beforehand, and obviously I'm not gonna record in the sauna due to other people's privacy, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's that. Now, the planking TRX knee tucks, those are a specific exercise for the lower abdominal and the hip flexors. It's going to activate the upper quad, the pelvic area, and the hard to get rid of lower pudge on the belly. That's specifically what that engages, and it also increases the range of motion in the hips. Now, the Superman TRX planks, or the overhead TRX planks, those are for core stability whenever you have weight above head. Holding your arms above head just like this and keeping the complete core engaged, the anterior and posterior, is going to allow you a whole lot more stability in the lift. All right, and last but definitely not least, the resistance band glute ham extension. Now, what that does is it completely activates the whole posterior chain from the traps all the way down to the end of the hamstrings, and for some people, even the calves. For me, not necessarily, just due to the fact that my calves are pretty strong and the burn doesn't really reach down that far, due to the fact that I don't have to utilize the calves in order to lift the resistance. But you may feel the burn in the calves as well. And that is also for hip mobility and also for time under tension training. Time under tension, what that allows is your muscles to work at a specific time elapsement. So let's say, for instance, you do a hold for 5 seconds. That's going to be a lot more beneficial than if you do a lift for 1 second. Okay, time under tension is key. Once again, this is Ant signing out. It's time to go eat.